Hello and welcome to the next tutorial of Angular series on this channel Jack of JavaScript. So in this tutorial we are going to see how to install Angular on your machine and how to set up and what are the supportive softwares required for the installation. So let's start one by one. So in this tutorial we are going to see following points that what are the prerequisites for setup. After that, what is Node.js and its role into Angular application. After that, what is the process of transpilation. Then what is NPM. Then which editor is most suitable or most widely used for Angular development. Then how to install Angular on your machine through the command line, right? And what are the commands which are required for the version if you want to check the versions and all that. All right, so let's start with the first topic. So there are certain prerequisites which are required for this. So you should have Node.js installed. So it can be installed from this nodejs.org website. So if you visit that, so there are two things. First is stable version and second is the most current version. So you can download any of these. After that, there should be npm. So once you install that node.js, so it comes with npm enabled in that. So npm stands for node package manager. So it is used as an automation tool here. Npm Through the npm commands you can generate the whole file structure for Angular application. So that is also required. So through this npm command you can also install the Angular libraries. And then for editor purpose you can download the VS Code, that is Visual Studio Code, from the its respective website. Once you google it you will come to know about the exact link for that. So the next thing is, what is Node.js and what is the role of Node.js in Angular application, whether it is required or not. So the thing is, you can develop the Angular application without Node.js. You can write the application using TypeScript or JavaScript, or even you can write it into the Dart language. But for the age of developers, or the most easiest way to write the Angular application is with the Node.js. So we should have Node.js installed to start the application, right? So Angular is based on TypeScript, and the browser, most of the browsers, they cannot understand. They do not understand the TypeScript because they are not supportive to TypeScript yet, but they are supportive to JavaScript. Hence, all the TypeScript code which is into Angular has to be converted into JavaScript, so that it should get executed on your browser, right? For this purpose we need Node.js, right? Most of the developers who are working on Angular, they don't even know what is the role of Node.js, right? So most of the time this question comes in the interview. So Node.js transpiles your JavaScript, uh, transpiles your TypeScript into JavaScript, and browser renders the precompiled code on every changes that you saved, right? After that, Node.js provides the platform to run the npm commands, whatever the commands are there. So it provides the platform to run the npm commands, and npm commands, they download it from the node package community, which is cloud based. So it directly downloads all the files libraries from that cloud based community, right? So you can generate the whole file structure instead of doing it manually. As like in AngularJS, we used to write each and every file manually, but here directly create on the you can directly create the file structure once you enter the command, right? So basically, what is the process of transpilation? As I already told you, that transpilation is a process of conversion of one form of language into another form with the similar level of abstraction, right? So it's like most of the browsers, they do not understand TypeScript. That's why it has to be transpiled into JavaScript, right? So this case was also there with the C++ and C. So these two languages have similar level of abstraction. Similarly, JavaScript and TypeScript have similar level of abstraction, and basically TypeScript is a superset of JavaScript. So you can even write your JavaScript into TypeScript code and it gets executed, right? So this is what transpilation process. After that, what is NPM? So most of the time NPM stands for node package manager, but NPM comes with a command number of command sets, right, which can be used to create some file structure, right? Even Angular is a package in a node package community, right? So npm comes with a set of commands which helps you to create Angular application, and then you can run your application through the npm commands. So basically npm is an automation tool. You can consider it here as an automation tool which makes your life more easier, right? So as we go on, you'll get to know more about npm. After that, most of the time developers use Visual Studio Code as an editor, but you can choose any of the editor as per your comfort level. See, Visual Studio comes with number of built-in plugins for this, so that's why Visual Studio is recommended. But you can choose any of the editors, right? So how to install Angular? Once you download Node.js, you can open the command line from your Windows or your any of the machines, and there you can write. Uh, you can check your versions. Like these are the commands to check your versions. So first is node-v. So it will give you the respective version of your node, right? So if you want to check the npm version, so sorry, there is a correction. So the second command should be npm-v to check the version of your npm installed. After that, if you want to check the Angular version, so this ng version is there, but before that it should be installed. So directly from the command prompt you can enter this command, that npm install -g at angular -cli. So this command will download all the necessary libraries of Angular which are required for the working of Angular application. So once this is done, you can check the version of Angular installed using ng space version, so it will give you the right version name. After that, once you're all done with this all the setup, you can create your own application, and that is with this command ng space new space your application name. So this can be like ng new and demo app, right? So once you enter this, so it will create all the file structure which is required for your Angular application. This will take much time, but uh, it is automated. It is fully automated, and you do not need to create any other file manually, which was there with AngularJS, right? So once you once you are done with the file application, once it is completed, you can run that application using this ng serve command. So once you enter that, so it will open the browser, and localhost colon 4200 would be the port on which your application would be running. So in the next lecture we are going to see how this actually takes place. Okay, so thank you so much for this. If you like the video, please like here. Thank you for learning. Thanks.